We are harmonic beings. The ancients used ethereal resonant technologies. They used sacred geometry and shape power for electricity and wireless energy. Sacred geometry is resonant of cymatics, which resonates with our cells and DNA, affecting our atoms. Our ancient ancestors built the biomimic resonant structures to emit free energy and sound vibrational healing. Sacred geometry is resonant of cymatics and biomimic, and biogeometric sacred geometrical divine architecture. Today we use wires and burn coal, those cathedrals and pyramids the ancients built, which why today we use the word cathode in the electrical and energy field, were built in resonance of the etheric field, with the fractal geometry which cymatically resonates harmonically of sound and vibration, thus unifying in bioresonance and biomimicry, which then brings forth natural cosmic energy or electricity and cellular healing, because our cells are also electric, and our organs' music are of harmonic frequencies that only heal and regenerate through the alike natural sound health or sound healing of centered and coherent thought and emotion energy and motion, flowing in bliss and ease. People entered these cathedrals that we today call churches from the Roman religious perversion, which, by the way, the last two that were recently finally finished, the one in Barcelona and the one in Cologne, took over 400 years to build. People walked in these bio-resonant cathedrals for many reasons of healing and awakening. These are pre-Roman religion. Studying and researching quantum biology and physics drove us to dig into our true history as deeply as possible because of how much contradictory energy healing of emotion or sound, vibration or cymatics is to our modern practices. So naturally you seek to know why and when the changes happened, which takes a whole separate publishing to really get into. And it is a fact that humanity started again from scratch when the libraries and the great epicenters were burned by the new Roman religious empire, when this world and knowledge of the ethereal resonant technologies was a reality. The language, or the lingua franca, that was used for the ancient sciences and its developments, for the cooperation and co-work to unifyingly build the ethereal resonant cathedrals, cathode, pyramids, and all zero-point energy infrastructure and ancient technologies worldwide is still reminiscent today in the inscriptions, carvings, paintings, in cymatics and in the monosyllabic dialects and languages, which its ancient letters and characters also correspond directly or codified in the cymatical sounds, thus then pronouncing of the symbols accordingly, giving birth to our first human languages, or the mutually intelligible monosyllabic dialects. It was a coherent and unified monosyllabic sound and divine original natural language of divinity, unity, healing, and soteria. The language and dialects directly corresponds with the today's terms used in our leading and latest etheric sciences or quantum physics, such as Sanskrit, for example, has been confirmed to resonate with. The mostly or heavier monosyllabic was the pre-religious natural of divinity and unifying dialects and languages or way of speaking in unification instead of separation or deviation from divinity and one's soteria. It was used to communicate in healing, awakening, and building the cyclopic and megalithic architectures around the world. The pre-Roman religion languages were monosyllabic. The later religious and artificial church languages were created by adding more syllables to the monosyllabic root words or embryo morphemes, and then mixing the letters or characters of the word, ultimately getting away from the word's origins and its divinity, for the purpose to deviate humanity's sovereign soteria, or zoteri. The order of Pisistratus was the first time recorded that this happened for commerce and military purposes. They needed a new codified language. Then later, with the new Roman religions, and the Vatican creating Islam and Catholicism under one roof. Shortly after, or simultaneously, we get another one for the Eastern Roman Empire of the new Orthodox-speaking elites. This is not what the mass populace was speaking, however, and all the way to more recently, with Napoleon creating the first French lingua franca for his own military language. The goal was to get the world to speak the new, so-called academic of sciences, artificial church languages of separation, and they have achieved that goal. This is what today's industries and economy is all about, for the control and separation of our eternal and unified soteric divinity. Any language before the Romans was natural, original, and of divinity. Any language after is a lab-made artificial language to separate humanity of the oneness and divinity. and they did it forcefully and in other unspeakable ways. This is why their misinterpretations of the words God, God, Elohim, suzerain, and soteria, or zoteria. Notice one of them is a lowercase. The natural and bioresonance of the human quantum human, biological atoms, cells, and anatomy is coherent or incoherent due to the mind, language, and emotion, energy emotion. The unified way of speaking has a positive and unified effect on our quantum biology, resonating with heart-driven of consciousness, purposeful thoughts, coherent mental programming, belief, and knowledge. This resonates with your unique inner wealth, healing, eternal youth, wealth and health, or the kingdom inside you, or of the bioresonance. The subtle energy field that permeates and surrounds all life, things, matter, and non-matter. Our true history of our ancestors' natural of divinity, bioresonant healing infrastructure, and unified civilization brought forth the of soteria, soteric, human divinity, largely due to speaking and addressing each other in the monosyllabic dialects, unified languages, and unity. It definitely does its part. It has its effects. The human body is a series of energy fields. It collectively defines life and the process of all life and matter. The human body is a vibratory system of many fields, power of divinity. Human bodies are a fractal of the infinite quantum field or infinite consciousness, God. Quantum physics and its derived acoustical physics is the key to the understanding of the human biofield. Without it, we are just dealing with parts. Currently, we are still just dealing with the parts of our bodies. We have separated and compartmentalized everything, as if they don't have any connection and resonance with each other and the whole cosmic infinite consciousness, or as if they don't emerge from the same source. This is how far behind we are compared to our ancient ancestors. They understood this and built their civilizations, architecture, infrastructure, and the unified human organism accordingly, consciously or coherently. The most proven science today is quantum physics, or in other words, the entanglement and unified human mind and infinite consciousness, co-affecting photons and matter, and even co-creating future events, just from the idea and the intention of the human consciousness. The double-slit experiment, twin photon experiment, phantom DNA experiment. The most proven science is the unseen energies and frequencies influencing and affecting the seen or the matter. The invisible influences the visible. The ancients called it spirits. We call it frequencies. And this conscious unison shows in every biogeometric cathedrals and in every megalithic and cyclopic structures all over the world. Technically, and architecture resonates with its own lingua franca, our of divinity. Cosmic quantum, cosmic geometrical fractal we call the human being, emits the bioresonance, or a unifying and entangling biofield, mirroring our own planet's own biofield, or Schumann resonance when we're in the passionate and the gratitude feeling of love and passion, purpose, compassion and abundance, or of bliss. When we're in that pure thought and emotion, which HeartMath Institute coined it as heart-mind coherence, we are now mirroring the divine energy frequency vibration of the divine origin and creation of all life and matter itself. Now we can heal, create, regenerate, and draw out our innate, unique inner calling, projecting and realizing our birthright divine wealth towards actual freedom and unity. Yeshua and Eleutherius were initiates of this Jesus, which translates to our sound, voice, vibration, consciousness, coherence. Of soteria zoteria, meaning understanding and healed, awakened, unified, and freedom the masses by spreading this universal law, or gnosis. The power-hungry, egoistic, control-freak Romans, of course, had a big issue with this, and they envied these two soterias the most. Be a Christian of the Jesus Christ consciousness, not of the religion perversion. The names Yeshua, or Eleutherius, and countless other initiates, all initiated inside the Great Pyramid of Initiation, do not translate or mean Jesus Christ like their first and last names. Yeshua and Eleutherius were the actual names of the initiated, whose Kundalini energy finally rose to the 33rd spinal vertebrae, 33 years old, becoming Zot, area of divinity, or in other words of God, godly Lord or of divine mastery, Milord or of divinity master, Soteria or of God. Zot equals God. The whole following nation, by the way, has been depicted or painted wearing the pliss on their heads, symbolizing the Zeus's two eagles' broken egg of the two first children. The free children of the Most High flying, representing or symbolizing the medium or the divinity between the unseen ultimate origin of creation and the created. The pliss represented the free people before and during the Roman expansion. We haven't been free ever since. It's crucial to interpret and understand the language. Our ancient liberators spoke to carry on the awakening and healing. Drive universe epicenter is coming, the epicenter of consciousness, and heart-driven purpose-induced developments, education, and awakening towards the ethereal resonant developments, investments for humanity's birth, right in the eternally abundant and unified of true freedom economy. We are energetically one and connected with infinite source in all life and the whole cosmic living matter, vibration, and sound. The more coherent and centered we are, we then project our uniquely qualified and divine heart-driven epicentral purpose of the infinite quantum consciousness. Quantum resonance or bioenergetic coherence heals it all. Frequency heals everything. Together, let's create the ultimate picture of our world or heaven on earth that is of our own pure, innocent, and unique fractal frequency, or the spirit of the infinite quantum of Soteria, that connects each of us uniquely to the bigger, infinite higher self for what we're uniquely designed to create work and to project our own divinity and lifestyle. We can't abandon our human divinity. Let us begin to live and create in the divine resonance as one humanity organism of the cosmic song. Verse, cymatic, and sacred vibration of the ultimate unified song that we are universe, meaning you are one song. One verse, drive uni one verse. Thank you, and please like, share, and subscribe.